The ginger gene is a curse, and unless we work to rid the earth of that curse, the gingers could envelop our lives in blackness for all time.
Ron Weasley's the goat. Ed Sheeran's a handsome lad. We do have souls, and the sunburn's not that bad. We don't like the phrase carrot top, and we certainly don't like freckle face. And if you're wondering about my fire crotch, yes, the carpets match the drapes. Stop ginger hate, 'cause gingers rock. Gingers are great. Plus they have massive...
You know, Hollywood has always claimed to stand up for the victim.
Help! Help! I'm being repressed!
Which is pretty funny considering they seem to be better at creating victims than defending them. But I have noticed there is one victim they aren't defending as they slowly disappear daily from the media landscape.
Man, you can't appear and disappear at the same time. The bitch ain't David Copperfield.
I'm speaking, of course, of the Hollywood Redhead.
What is going on?
So cover up your fluffy red bags as we investigate the frightening case of the vanishing redhead in this special edition of Hollywood Hypocrisy, Redhead Redemption. Throughout history, prejudice and superstition regarding redheads was quite common. Red hair was not only perceived as a symbol of power, but also a symbol of wickedness, aggression, and downright evil.
Lucy! I'm home!
Almost every nation in history accused redheads of everything from bringing bad luck, practicing witchcraft.
Oh, she turned me into a newt! A newt.
I got better.
And even becoming vampires after death.
Blah, blah, blah.
I do not say blah, blah, blah.
The end result is that even today, redheads are subject to ridicule and negatively portrayed in almost all forms of media.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Which begs the question, is their removal the result of these misconceptions? Or are they merely casualties of so-called social justice? It's well established that race swapping of characters has become common practice.
Quick, change pigments!
But the swapping of traditionally red-headed characters in Hollywood appears uncommonly high, with a prevailing pattern of redhead characters being removed and replaced by black characters despite established lore.
Just think, Chucky's gonna be a bro.
But since there are no accidents in Hollywood, and Hollywood is all about the messaging, what message is Hollywood actually trying to convey?
What the fuck you want to tell me?
For the answer, we must look back and examine Hollywood's checkered past of exploiting stereotypes. Like it or not, Hollywood has a long tradition of depicting negative stereotypes. But has Hollywood really changed, or simply become more subtle?
I bet that pussy got lips like an orangutan.
Excuse me?
What's up?
So let's compare the stereotypes typically assigned to the red-headed woman and their Hollywood counterparts. Unlike blondes or brunettes, Hollywood traditionally depicts redheads as being bad-tempered, insane,
Mummy, have you seen my jumper?
Yes, it was on the cat.
hypersexual,
Tell me it's fucking dirty!
Okay, it's fucking dirty.
emasculating,
I know one thing. You've got your review coming up next week, and I can't wait to start checking me off some big fucking boxes.
or as serial moms.
Frank, I have 8 children.
8 children?
Now, let's take a look at the stereotypical depiction of their Hollywood replacements.
So your husband can feel like a man knowing his woman's home cooking and ironing his drawers.
Medea.
You know, I sure had a fine time last night, Jackson.
Till we drop your kids off at Keisha's house.
She's their mother. What do you want me to do?
Be a man and tell her to stop talking to me like she crazy.
Like a nice restaurant, some fine music.
It's gonna wind up chicken anyway.
Now I realize accusation is not evidence,
Any jackass can point a finger.
and that this comparison was hardly illuminating.
Illuminating?
Now, as I was saying,
a load of waffles.
But remember, Hollywood was built on the concept of image and illusion, and since red hair is perceived as a symbol of power, I submit, by replacing redheads with black characters, Hollywood grants the illusion of power while continuing their tradition of depicting the same negative stereotypes under the guise of so-called social justice.
Well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent.
So bottom line, next time Hollywood tells you they're propping you up, just keep in mind where they're putting their hands. Thank you for watching, and as always remember, when they decide to clutch their pearls, we'll provide the necklace, right here on Salty Buttered Bags.